Ladies and gentlemen, and baseball fans across this great country, if you've ever stared down doubt in the dead of night, if you've ever limped through pain just to step back in the box, if you've ever wondered if the heartbreak would ever let up, then Freddie Freeman's story, it's yours, it's ours. It's the raw, unrelenting truth of what it means to chase a dream when life keeps swinging back harder than you can. This is Freddie Freeman, the Canadian-American first baseman who didn't just survive the storms. He let them carve him into something unbreakable. But unbreakable doesn't mean unbroken. It means he's got the scars to prove it. Fountain Valley, California. 1989. A little boy draws his first breath as his mom, Rosemary, hums a lullaby in that gentle Ontario lilt. Dad, Fred, tosses a worn-out baseball in his hand, eyes already sparkling with backyard dreams. They'd crossed borders from Canada, hearts full of the American promise. And in that boy's grin, they found it all. Rosemary, she was the sun, loudest cheer in the stands, softest hands after a whiff, the one who'd wipe dirt from his cheek and whisper, "You're tougher than this game, baby. Keep swinging." Freddie lived for her. Every crack of the bat was a love letter to those eyes beaming from the bleachers. But 1999 hit like a fastball to the gut. 10 years old, one doctor's word, melanoma. The woman who chased fireflies with him now chased shadows in a hospital bed. He watched chemo rob her laugh, radiation dim her light. Yet through the haze, she'd squeeze his hand and murmur, "Mommy's watching every swing, Freddie. Make 'em count." June 19th, 2000, 3 days shy of Father's Day. Rosemary Freeman slipped away at 37. A boy, barely tall enough for the mound, stood frozen in that sterile room, soul-shattering silent while the world outside buzzed on, oblivious. No more bleacher roars, no more post-game pancakes, just echoes. That night he stitched her initials, RF, into his glove. A kid's desperate pact with the stars. "I won't quit. For you." And from there, every trot around the bases ended skyward. Every empty minor league motel room, he'd clutch that leather like a lifeline. Because grief, it lingers like the scent of her perfume on worn stitching. Pain doesn't forge quietly, it hammers. El Modena High, Freddie channeled the ache. Homers that scream what words couldn't. 2007, Braves draft him second round. Dream ignition. But the minors, they test souls. 2008 in Low A Rome, an 18-year-old kid flailing, 2.51 average, holes in his swing big as craters. Scouts whispered bust. Doubt clawed in. Am I enough without her? Long bus rides through nowhere towns, stomach knotted, replaying her voice. Keep swinging, baby. He did, barely. Scraped through AA slumps, AAA frustrations, nights he'd call home, voice cracking, wondering if the call-up would ever come. September 1st, 2010, Atlanta, number 5. Debut jitters masked the fire. But rookie year, .241, solid but no savior. 2013, the low point gut punch. Team crumbling, his bat dragging at .259. Whispers of trades swirling. Trade bait, they called him. Heart heavy, glove heavier. Then the injuries piled on like cruel innings. 2014, pitch cracks his hand, fracture. 3 months dark, rehab a grind of doubt. Will I ever grip right again? 2015, wrist tweak, day-to-day turns to weeks lost. 2017, another HBP shatters his wrist. DL stint, frustration boiling. Why now? When I'm finally her hero? 2018, inflammation flares, more sideline swings in the cage. 2019, elbow whispers turn to screams, another IL trip. 2020, COVID steals games, but he rises MVP through the mask of a masked world, choking out, "This one's for Mom, she's watching." Yet 2021, redemption's roar. World Series, Game 6, final out. He crumples in confetti, 31 going on 10, sobs ripping free. "Mom, we did it. 80,000 thunder." But in his ears, just her. "I'm so proud, baby." Life, it doesn't ease up. 2022 Dodgers Odyssey. Contract wars with the Braves he loved like family. Tears in pressers, a city's weight on his shoulders. Ankle twists in the WS, but he grinds through. 2023, plantar fasciitis bites, hamstring yanks him from WBC dreams. 2024, late season ankle sprain, then the call no dad dreads. 3-year-old Charlie, paralyzed by Guillain-Barré. Freddie bolts the clubhouse, hospital vigil redux, tiny hand in his. Daddy's here. We fight together. Echoes of her bedside. Charlie walks again. Grace, and 2025. The body betrays. Off-season ankle surgery. Bone spurs screaming. June, quad tweak, but he plays through. Bats sputtering below league norms. Exit velo dipping. Slump shadows whispering failure again. At 35, am I fading? July. Pitch beans his wrist. Contusion. Day to day that feels ETA. But Freddie's road doesn't end in echoes. It revs forward, engine humming with quiet power. Let's shift gears to the man behind the wheel, the dad in the driveway, the philanthropist who turns trophies into lifelines. Flash to October 2024. Dodger Stadium pulsing under October lights. Game 1, World Series. Bottom 10th. Bases juiced. Yankees 1 out from stealing the night. Freddie limps to the plate, ankle throbbing from a summer of silent screams. But his grip, iron, 1 cut, a 415-foot walk-off grand slam. First in fall classic history. The ball kisses the right field seats. The stadium erupts like thunder. And Freddie? He circles slow, soaking the roar, then dives into Chelsea's arms. Little Charlie, Maximus, and Louie, his 3 anchors, waving from the family box, eyes wide as the California sky. That bomb, it wasn't just history, it was defiance, a full-circle gift to the woman who taught him to swing through storms. Cut to Mother's Day 2025. Arizona heat baking Chase Field, Dodgers chasing a sweep. Freddie, 4 for 4, a laser line single, a double that split the gap, a triple that tested the wall, and then Capper, a towering homer to dead center, 412 feet, gone off a 98-mile-per-hour heater. He rounds third, taps his chest, RF tattoo peeking from his sleeve, and glances up. This one's extra sweet, Mom. 4 hits on the day she'd have loved most. Teammates mob him, but his mind, back in Fountain Valley, chasing fireflies. Health in 2025, a brutal co-pilot, March ankle sprain, same right foot that's haunted him since 2022, lands him on the IL retroactive to opening day. 4 weeks lost to rehab hell, ice baths at dawn, questioning every pivot. Mid-season, a rogue slider bruises the wrist, swelling like a storm cloud. He DHs through it, grit masking the grind. September, plantar flare-up in the cleats, every sprint a knife twist. Yet he logs 147 games, .295 clip, 24 dingers, including a moonshot off Max Fried in Atlanta, 428 feet, a poetic payback to his old home. 90 ribbies, .869 OPS. Silver Slugger whispers. At 36, he's not fading. He's fermenting, every ache aging the legend like fine bourbon. Off the diamond, Freddie's garage tells the tale. No parade of Lambos or Ferraris screaming excess, just elegant beasts that whisper reliability with a growl. That silver Aston Martin DB11, $300,000 of British precision, slices SoCal canyons like a hot knife. Top down with Chelsea's hair whipping in the wind, boys giggling in the back. Or the understated Chevrolet Corvette Stingray, cherry red, a nod to American muscle. Weekend blasts up the Pacific coast, radio blasting Springsteen. Dad teaching the kids what pedal down really means.